everybody, welcome back to my channel. Welcome to a new video. Today I'm going to be answering your questions. Now, I asked on Instagram last night if anyone had any questions, so that is what I'm going to do today, answer them for you. But before I do get on with the questions, I just wanted to do a little introduction into myself. I had a lot of people saying that they were new and they didn't know much about me, so I thought I'd introduce myself. My name is Charlotte, I'm 24. I am originally from Cambridge. Love Cambridge, it's one of my favourite places. If you ever get a chance to go, like, I would recommend it. It's such a lovely little tiny town, I just love it. I went to university and studied fashion communication. I loved uni. If any of you ever want a video about my university experience, whether I think it's worth it, etc., do let me know, because I will happily do that. I do often get questions about people like wanting to go to uni or like, you know, that kind of thing, so do let me know because I will do that. I loved uni, I had the best time, I have no regrets about going. I then left uni and started working at Topshop as a sales advisor, and then I became a visual merchandiser, which was probably one of my favourite jobs I've ever done. I really enjoyed it. It just didn't, like, what's the word, not motivate me, what's the word, it didn't challenge me enough, so I ended up leaving and I went and worked for Topshop again, well, carried on working for Topshop and went into the social media team, but the job wasn't quite what I was looking for. Like, I didn't really enjoy what I was doing. I loved working for the company, I just didn't enjoy what I was doing, so here I am today. I'm now self-employed, doing this as my job. If it goes tits up, then, you know, I may end up finding a new job, but for now this is what I'm doing, and I live in Amsterdam. I moved to Amsterdam about 5 weeks ago, I think, 4 weeks ago, I'm not sure. So far so good. It's a really weird kind of thing to move your whole life away, but I'm here with my boyfriend who's doing a master's here, so it's really nice. I'm really enjoying it. The place is just lovely, so yeah. Also, this flat that I'm in at the moment it's like our temporary flat. We're looking for like a long-term place, so soon I'll be able to show you lots of homeware stuff and how my flat looks, but right now I can't really show you because this is someone else's flat that we're just staying in. So I'm gonna have a look at my questions and answer a couple of them, most of them, all of them. How do you style your hair wavy like in a few of your recent posts? I have had a lot of questions about this and I wanted to kind of do it in a video and explain it. Basically, I washed my hair normally, you know, as you do, brushed it, and then I French braided it. So whilst it was wet, French braided it, and then I slept on it wet. I never usually sleep on my hair when it's wet, nor do I ever like tie it up or anything when I sleep. I usually have it down. But I really just didn't want to dry my hair, and I was like, oh, I'll just shove it up. Shoved it in these 2 French plaits, and it came out looking like that. I will put a picture on the screen if you haven't seen it, just in case you don't know what I'm talking about. Super easy to do and looks really natural. It's never really looked that good before, I don't think, when I've done it before. But I think now that I have this like ombre balayage hair, it works quite nicely. So yeah, you will definitely be seeing that hairstyle again because I really enjoy it. Tips for new bloggers to grow. In terms of growth, well, for growth on Instagram, be consistent. I know a lot of people say this, but you know, post every single day, like once a day. Find a time that works for you. I post around 7 o'clock in the morning, UK time, but you know, you might find your posts work better in the evening. You need to like find your timings, right, and know when your posts do the best, and just post at that time once every single day. Post twice a day if you want to. Just make sure you're getting your content out there. Do lots of stories, engage with your audience, and just enjoy what you're doing. I think it's really important when you like what you're posting. There's nothing worse than posting something that you think is like, it's okay. You want to be like, I like this picture, and then you feel more confident, so when you're like writing your caption for it, you're like, yeah, and when you get the likes or when you get the engagement, you're like, okay, yeah, this is good, and then eventually it will just grow. But it does just take time, and I think that's something that a lot of people don't realise, but you just have to keep going at it and eventually you'll get there. How old are you? I'm 24. I'm actually turning 25 in March. which is kind of scary. I don't feel like I'm ready to be 25, but yeah. What kind of jeans are your favourite? Skinny, straight, mum fit? My favourite kind of jeans are straight jeans. They're probably all I wear. I just think they flatter me quite nicely. I know they don't like suit everyone, but they really suit my like petite body. I also do really like a slim fit that's kind of like between a straight and a skinny. I don't wear skinny jeans anymore, they're not really my thing, but I do love a straight jean. And I do like a mum jean, but I just don't love the way they like taper down to the bottom. I much prefer a straight. Do you have a favourite band or musician? Okay, I do. I have one person that I'm obsessed with. My favourite like musician is Ariana Grande, which I know a lot of people will probably be like, really, that's your favourite? I just love her. I can't express to you how much I love her. I don't know why it is that I love her, I just love her. I think her voice is amazing and every song is a banger, and I just love her music. She's just great, and I saw her live recently, and honestly I think it was like my life made. She was incredible. Like, she just like sings like her tracks, like when you listen to it, is exactly the same. So I just love her. I have no other words, I just love her. I do like a lot of other music as well, not just her, but she is like, if I need something to make me feel really good, I always listen to her. So the next two questions are from someone who I used to work with. Her name is Maddie and I love her. She put, when are you coming home to work next to me again, and do you miss me? I do miss you, and I wish I could work with you again because you were amazing. And we had the best chats. So yeah, I do miss you. But I'll be home soon so we can catch up then. Were you nervous to move to Amsterdam without knowing Dutch? No, they do actually speak quite good English here, and also a lot of the words are kind of similar. They're not like the same, but they have similar kind of words for things, so it's quite easy to get the hang of like what things mean. But yeah, most people do speak English, which is quite good. I am going to attempt to learn a bit of Dutch, but there's not like a huge amount of need, and people will speak English to you if they know your English, so it's fine. How do you make new friends when you're in a foreign country? Now this one, I don't know the answer to. I don't really know many people here. Alex knows a few people from his course, but they're very, very like nerdy. So they're not really like overly his type of people. I mean, he has friends and he like gets on really well with them, but they're not like type of people I would be friendly with, if you know what I mean. Like, they're not my type of people, because they're very nerdy, very clever, and I'm not into that same thing, if you know what I mean. Yeah, anyway, so I don't really know. I don't have any friends here yet. I know a few people over here, but in terms of making friends, I mean, I work from home, so I don't really go out and meet people in any particular way. But I think just going out and you know, going to bars and stuff is probably a good way of just chatting to people, but like I said, I haven't done that. How did you get rid of pimples? I have this struggle every single day. My skin is quite bad. I don't really know the best solution for it. All I can say is just look after your skin, wash it. When you have a pimple, find a good product that works for you and your skin. You know, that's the only thing I can suggest, because I don't actually really know the way of getting rid of pimples, because I have really bad skin. So what made you move to Amsterdam, and do you love it? So my boyfriend is doing his masters here, and I was like thinking about coming here, but I was like, oh, I don't really know. And then the opportunity came up to come here, and I wasn't enjoying my job. I really didn't like it. I'd had enough, basically, and it was kind of like the perfect timing. So I was just like, do you know what, I'm gonna do it. And also I was like, I don't know if I would have another chance to do this, and if I would do it by myself. So it was like literally a no-brainer, so I just came here. And I do love it. I have only been here for like a month, so I can't really give you a full extent of my view on it, but I do really like it, and I think it's a really lovely place to live. Everything is so calm and chill, and it is just a lovely place to live. How did you find the courage to move to a new country? To be honest, I still don't actually know how I managed to do this. This is not something I would have done back in the day. I suffered with really bad social anxiety when I was younger, so to do something like this is really out of my comfort zone. Like, this is so far out of my comfort zone. But I get to do it with my boyfriend and I love him to pieces, so I feel very lucky to do that. Being with him is probably the reason I have the courage to come here, because I get to be with him all the time. But honestly, like, if I was someone who was thinking about moving to a new country or wanted to go and try it out, 100% recommend it, because you get a perspective on life that you don't get when you're at home. And as much as I love home and I do love the UK, you learn things that you don't realise that you learn, like how to deal with certain situations by yourself. Being in a new country, learning, you literally have to start from scratch, because you don't know where anything is, you don't know what certain things mean, you don't know what they sell and what they don't sell. So it is quite a big thing, but if you get to do it with someone else, it's even better. How do you stay up to date on fashion on a budget? So my best top tip for this is to buy quality stuff that you know will last you all season or all year. So for instance, buy into a nice pair of jeans that you know you'll wear and a jumper that you know you'll wear, and just buy pieces that are a little bit more trendy. So for instance, like checks are quite in, so buy a check blazer or a check coat, but you don't need to go and spend loads of money. Like Primark do some of the best pieces these days, and also like buy bits on Depop if you can't afford to go and spend loads of money, or just rewear bits that you already have. I think in this day and age we're all kind of made to feel like we need new things, and we don't. You can wear stuff again and again. Like, I have a jumper from last year, still love it, and it's really worn, but I really like it and I'm still gonna wear it. But I am quite classic with my style, so it really depends on what your style's like. If you're someone who's a bit more kind of, you love the trends, it's a little bit harder to stay on a budget. But if you're someone who is quite simple, quite classic, like my style, you can easily do it, because you could buy like, I don't know, a £2 t-shirt from Primark and still have that t-shirt and jeans look without breaking the bank. So it just depends on what your kind of style and what vibe you want to go for. What are your best Insta outfit photo tips? Okay, so my top tips would be, take your photos from a lower angle. Not all of them, but like if you're doing a long outfit shot, take it from like a lower angle. It's just a more flattering angle. I don't know why, it just is. I learned that from Amy Song's Instagram book, so yeah, I can't remember what it's called, but really good book. Also, make sure when you're doing an outfit, say you've got like a jacket, a top and a skirt on, make sure you take a picture with the jacket on and with the jacket off, so you've got two alternatives. Also take close-ups and like long shots. So if you've got a couple of close-ups, it means that you can like focus on details. For instance, say you're wearing a white t-shirt, a leather jacket and jeans, you can take a close-up of your t-shirt, so you can show your t-shirt off, but your long shot can be with your jacket on, or vice versa. I think it's always good to get different shots, because then you have more like images to work with, rather than just having like one photo that you can only use, and you could have used different versions of it if you had more, if you know what I mean. What else? Just find backgrounds that like work with what you're wearing. Don't take a picture of something that's not working with the background, or the background is like too like busy. I quite like a busy background, well, to an extent, like, you know, plants and stuff in the background, but if you've got loads of people in the background, it just doesn't work. Your photo doesn't look as kind of, the focus is on other people, if you know what I mean. And my last top tip, and this is just a personal preference, is to not take photos in direct sunlight. I know a lot of people do it and they look really good with it. Some people do it and it's just a disaster. My personal opinion is, for me anyway, I just don't like photos when there's direct sunlight. I just think it really washes me out, and I don't get the kind of vibe that I want to get from my photos. But I do know a few people that do sunlight pics and they look amazing. So it really just does depend on what you prefer for yourself, but try taking photos without direct sunlight and see if it makes a difference if you're struggling with your photos. Do you miss London? I do miss London and everything being so close, and you know, that kind of side of it, and being near people that I know. I do miss going to like a lot of events because of living here, but I mean, if there's a good event, I will make the effort to go back home. I don't miss the tube, I don't miss the busy people, I don't miss the people standing in the way, I don't miss the pollution, I don't miss the commute that I used to do. I don't miss that at all. I miss bits of London, I do, but I just don't miss the life that I used to have in London. It wasn't fun, so yeah. Top 3 things to do in Amsterdam. Oh, okay, I haven't really experienced Amsterdam as much as I probably should have at this point, but I would say go on a boat, because you get to experience like a lot of Amsterdam through like the canals and stuff. I've not done that, but I've seen a lot of people do it and it looks like a good touristy thing to do. What else? Walk around the canals and like around the kind of area of where the canals are, because it's so lovely and there's so many little nice shops and it just is such a lovely place to walk around. Red light district is quite a good thing to go to in the evening, not because like you get to see the naked women, but the bars and stuff there are just a little bit busier in the evening and it's quite fun. It's quite a fun place to go like for drinks, because people are always like, you know, at the bars and stuff. What else is there that's good to do here? My last one is go to like the Reich Museum, the Van Gogh Museum. They're all like in the same place, and also all of like the designer shops around that area. It's kind of like what I would class as like the Chelsea of Amsterdam. It's quite posh looking and all this, the houses are quite posh. Yeah, that I don't really know too much yet, so when I've been here a little bit longer and I've been experienced a few more things, I will let you know what the top 3 things are. How you got settled in Amsterdam, found an apartment, etc. Okay, I'm gonna do a full video on moving to Amsterdam, tips and stuff, in January when I've been here a good amount of time. Apartment hunting is not easy. It's like London, but maybe a little bit harder or easier, I'm not really sure. I've never looked for an apartment in London, so I don't know, but it's difficult finding a place. But my top tip would be here if you're looking for a place to live here. It's so much harder when you're at home, so yeah, but I will do a video on that because there's a lot to say. I'm moving to Amsterdam in November. Your page is getting me excited. Oh, that's so exciting. I love it when people say that they're moving here. I think a lot of people do move here and it is a really lovely place to move, like 100% recommend. Cool restaurants and bars in Amsterdam. Okay, I haven't really been out that much in terms of like bars and food, but we did go to this really nice burger place, which is opposite the Van Gogh Museum, called the Burger Room. That was really nice. Like the burgers were really good and it had like a Wizard of Oz kind of vibe in there. It was really nice. Just no need to ask you anything, just wanted to say you're so gorgeous. Oh, thank you so much. So that is all the questions. Thank you so much for coming and watching this video. If you stay till the end, put a star emoji in the comments. Also, if there's anything else that you'd like to know about me, my life, you have any more questions, pop them in the comments and I will do a follow-up video from this one. Also, there will be a video coming in January about my top tips about Amsterdam, living here, moving here, all that kind of stuff. So keep a lookout for that. The only reason I'm not doing it now is because I haven't been here long enough and I want to give a good full review and like give you the top tips that I do know once I've been here for like 3 months or so. So yeah, thank you for watching, as I've already said, and I will see you all in my next video. Bye guys.